Welcome, welcome, and thank you for being here. As I said, I am so happy to share this meditation with you tonight, this global meditation for healing. And I just want to say that the ancestors have spoken and they have asked me to deliver this, and that is exactly what I'm going to do tonight. So, yesterday during my divine connection, I connect with my ancestors and the ancestors of my clients on a daily basis. And during that connection, the ancestors invited my ancestors and the ancestors of the clients that I work with, the wisdom keepers. And the wisdom keepers are those ancestors who are keeping the wisdom of the lineage. So they're your seers, your guides, your leaders that are available to support the lineage in manifesting, in basically carrying out the soul purpose. And they also, like I said, hold the medicine that's been passed down from generation to generation. And so all of them together came through, and it was like this global collective of ancestors that was gathered because I've been saying over the past few weeks, what can we do? What can we do with you, with your help, to shift some of the things that are taking place in the world, but also to help people who need help with some personal things that are going on in their lives. And so tonight I'm sharing with you a meditation that they gave me. And it comes from not just last night when I was connecting with them and yesterday, but in the wee hours of the morning, they shared these messages with me. And probably the reason why I feel a little bit tired today, because I was up so late listening and up early listening to what they had to say so that we could really do some shifting and really make an impact on some of the things that are happening in the world right now. So for those of you who don't know me and are new to me, I'm Dr. MoNique Hunt. I am the Ancestral Griot and the Legacy Conjuress. So I help people awaken their ancestral medicine and soul gifts so they can create something really powerful in their next act. And I work with healers, leaders, I work with coaches and spirit-led entrepreneurs and politicians even, to support them with creating something really powerful and um, beautiful in the world. And so I'm going to have put you on mute there. Make sure everybody's on mute. Okay. So I work with healers, leaders, coaches, like I said, spirit-led entrepreneurs. And after our work together, what's really powerful is that these people have created thriving businesses, more powerful relationships. Families that were disconnected have come back together and are spending time together and have learned how to overcome their differences. Some are serving in local politics and doing beautiful things in their community to help other people. Some have built libraries in Africa. Some are sponsoring students through college. Others have started scholarship programs, and others have gone on to take powerful roles within their organizations and are now leading from a place of love, joy, and support. And so many of these people that have come into my work in ancestrally rooted work are really doing some really beautiful things in the world and are making an impact in such profound ways. And I'm really excited to be able to be a part of that work and to support them with connecting with their ancestors, both from me supporting them and connecting with the ancestors and channeling the messages, but also teaching them how to do it for themselves and for their clients as well. And so it's really inspiring work. And anytime I get an opportunity to share like I am today and to listen to the ancestors and bring this to you, I feel like I am doing the work that I've been called to do and that my lineage has passed on to me. If you want to learn more about connecting with your ancestors, please just send me a message, click reply to the message that I sent out today, and we can set up a time to have a conversation about it. At the end today, I have a gift for you that will help you to take this a little bit deeper and give you some more information about who the wisdom keepers are and help you identify who your wisdom keepers are. So I'll share that with you at the end. And so I just want you to just kind of take a deep breath as we kind of open up to the energy of the ancestors, and as we invite the ancestors and the wisdom keepers to come in, as we invite the angels and our spirit guides to come in and join us for this meditation today. I'm going to deliver it as they shared it with me, because as they were sharing it, I was speaking it in, and they came up with somewhat of a transcript. So I'm going to be sharing it as I received it from them, because I think it was really important to do it that way, and that is what they wanted me to do. So today, that's what you're receiving, what was channeled through me from the global wisdom keepers. So just once again, take another deep breath in and just let your body settle and let your spirit remember. So wherever you are, in your home, outside, or joining us from another time zone, or maybe you're listening to the replay, just take a pause. You're standing on sacred ground, the same earth your ancestors once walked, sang upon, and prayed into. And tonight we gather not for spectacle, but really for remembrance. Because the world is aching. Storms have swept through the Caribbean over the last few days. Communities are struggling. Food costs are rising for many people. And too many are wondering how they'll make it through the next month. And yet, beneath all of that noise, something older is stirring. A remembering that we're not alone. We're not alone. That the wisdom we need is not new, it's ancient wisdom. And the ancestors say they live in our blood and our bones. And their wisdom is waiting to be called forth. And tonight we're going to call upon the ancestors, the luminous ones who remember balance, the resilient ones who endured so much more than we can ever imagine, and the compassionate ones who fed not just their families, but their entire villages and communities. Their presence is not far away. They're here with us. And so now we're going to enter into our meditation. And I'll just have you close your eyes. And once again, I'm going to have you breathe deeply in through your nose and out through your mouth. And as you take another deep breath in, imagine that you're breathing in light. And as you exhale, release what no longer serves, the worry, the heaviness, the noise that may be going on in your head. So let's inhale this beautiful light, and then exhale and release what no longer serves you. Whatever is worrying you at this moment, whatever you're concerned about, we're releasing it. The heaviness, the noise, it's releasing. We're letting it go. Let's inhale again. Inhale that beautiful white light with just a little bit of gold light in it. Breathe it in. It's cleansing and healing. And now exhale and release again what no longer serves you, the worry, the heaviness, and the noise. Now feel your feet pressing against the ground. Just feel your feet on the ground. And imagine that there are roots extending from the soles of your feet. strong, ancient roots. Just moving through the soil, through the floor, through the soil, going down into the earth, through the rock, and all through time itself. And these roots are reaching to your ancestors. And the ancestors now meet you halfway. Their strength joins your strength. Their heartbeat joins your heartbeat. You are not alone. You are held. You are grounded in their light and in their love. Ancestors of light and love, those who walked in truth, compassion, and courage, we call upon you now. Gather around us across oceans and time zones. Make us a circle of remembrance. Bring peace where there is chaos. Bring clarity where confusion reigns. Bring nourishment to the hungry, food for the body, and faith for the soul. Ancestors, please calm the storms in the Caribbean, in our communities, and in our hearts. Whisper into the ears of those in power. Remind them of their sacred duty to serve. Anchor your wisdom in us tonight, and let us remember what it means to live in right relationship with the earth, with one another, and with you. And so it is, and so it is. And now just allow yourself to be in the presence of your ancestors and just hold there for a moment. So their message, they said there are moments in history when humanity itself forgets, when fear begins to drown out compassion, when greed starts to silence generosity, and when exhaustion replaces faith. But our ancestors have seen this before. They've lived through scarcity and still found ways to sing. They lived through war and still found ways to love. They have endured injustices and still passed down wisdom and recipes and dreams. We call upon them not as ghosts of the past, but as partners in the present. They are the original architects of resilience. So when we suffer in the world and think, what can I possibly do? They want you to remember you carry the bloodline of people who made a way out of no way. You carry spiritual technology older than any government, any system, any technology, and any chaos. Prayer, song, vision, faith, those are not old customs. They're survival codes. And when we gather like this to remember, to invoke, to listen, we activate those codes. And that's where healing and true change can begin. Now place one hand over your heart and now take a slow, deep breath. And now imagine a tree growing at the center of your being. The trunk rises tall and strong. The branches are now reaching up towards the heavens. And now focus on the roots. And the roots are seeking deeper and deeper into the soil of your lineage. Each root carries a story. Each root carries a prayer, a memory. So now see those roots glowing and feel the golden light just pulsating through them like a lifeblood. So it's just moving like there's blood, and you're connecting deeper and deeper and deeper with your ancestral lineage. So just feel the roots down into the earth. See them golden. Golden like there's blood running through them, connecting you to the most powerful beings that you can connect with, that can create and support you and everyone around you. So now just follow that golden light. Follow it downward and down some more. And follow the light to the clearing beneath a tree. And as you're with this tree and in this clearing, a circle of light begins to form. Your ancestors are now beginning to gather. There may be some familiar faces. There may be some faces that you don't begin to recognize, but your ancestors have gathered. Your wisdom council, your spiritual lineage, the beings who walk with you. And allow yourself to just be in this circle for a moment, connecting with these beings. Just being in this space and feeling their energy. Even if you don't recognize faces or see faces, know that they are part of that light that is a part of the circle that you're experiencing right now. And just notice who arrives. Once again, some may be familiar, others may feel ancient, beyond name, or even beyond time. Some may be ancestors from your bloodline. Some may be ancestors from history, from others, from friends that have passed on. Just be in this moment with these ancestors. Feel their energy, feel them rising. They're rising in support. And they come carrying gifts, symbols, colors, sensations. Notice what they bring. What are they offering to you? One of the ancestors steps forward and gives you a beautiful gift. Just be in that space with this gift and just notice what they bring to you. It may be a sensation in your body. It may be a symbol. It could be colors. It may be a name. It may even be a word. Just receive that now. And now ask your ancestors, what messages do you have for humanity today? What messages do you have for humanity today? Take a moment to listen You may hear some words. You may get a sensation in your body. You may even see some type of a vision. Or maybe nothing comes through in this moment, but you've set the tone to ask the question, what messages do you have for humanity today? And the last question, what guidance do you want me to carry forward? Ask your ancestors, those who have gathered with you, what guidance do you want me to carry forward? Now embrace the gift and the message that has come through from your ancestors. Now watch as the light at the center of the tree begins to expand, and that golden light expands further and further away. That light expands from your heart all through your home. Allow that golden light to fill your home with peace, with joy, with prosperity, with healing where it's needed. Let that light spread to your home and welcome those who bring you joy and you bring joy to them. Now watch this golden light now expand from your home out into the community. Allow this light to travel through you, gifted to you by the ancestors. Allow this light to now travel out into the community and see it touching every aspect of the community. See it touching people, buildings, streets, animals in the community. Allow this light to be a light of healing, of joy, of love, of peace. And this light is extending throughout your entire community. And now let's let this light grow even bigger. Take a deep breath. And as you exhale, see this golden light extending out to the community once more. And now see it moving past the community out into the world. And this light is filling the world. And as you take a step back, you notice a blue-green ball in front of you. Allow the light to extend all over the earth. This light is traveling through the oceans, the mountains, the cities, and the fields. It touches those rebuilding after storms and fires. It touches those who are wondering where their next meal may come from or where they're going to live next. It touches those who feel lost or afraid. Allow this light to continue to expand. And if there's someone that you know personally that could use this light, direct the light to them there. Direct that light to them and let them feel this light. And if there's a particular place in your community, in the world, or around you that you want this light to travel to, just silently to yourself say the name of the place, the person, and direct the light to that place. You are part of that healing light. You are a bridge between worlds, between what has been and what can absolutely be. So breathe deeply and let that truth settle in your body. You are the healing light. You are the one that allowed this light to travel through you. You're the one that connected with the ancestors and brought this light to the world. And you can do this every day. And with their support and with their help, you'll feel a shift that will take place. So just let that truth settle in your body for a moment. And just continue to feel this light expanding as far as it can possibly go, beyond what you ever could have imagined. We're collectively sending this light to everyone who needs it. We're sending this light to each person in this group who feels they need this light personally. We're letting this light be a source of healing for each and every one of us. Ancestors of light, thank you for hearing our call. Thank you for reminding us that healing begins in remembrance. Guide our hearts, shape our choices, and infuse our compassion with courage. Ancestors, help us to live as extensions of your wisdom, restoring balance where it's been broken and hope where it's been forgotten. May each of our prayers in this golden light ripple across the earth. May they reach every hungry child, every weary soul, and every fearful leader. And may we each become the living answer to the prayers of those who came before us, because we are a reflection of them and they a reflection of us. And so it is. Take one deep grounding breath and just slowly open your eyes. And before we completely leave this space, take a few moments to write down what came through. And you can share it in the chat if you want. Maybe it was a word, maybe a symbol, a feeling, a sensation, an idea, a message. What came through for you? Feel free to share in the chat or just write it down for yourself. And remember that sometimes people will say to me, I didn't get anything or nothing came. And that's okay. It doesn't mean that you weren't successful. Your light was still extending out and helping with the healing. This is a collective that we have for healing. So this healing has reached those who it needs to reach, and it will continue to reach those. And through time, you'll receive messages. So you may not get a message today, but you may get a message tomorrow, and that's okay. Let's see, what do we have? I see there's a few people that have shared. Beautiful. I saw thousands of ancestors and they were all radiating golden light to me and the planet. I love that. Thank you, Trisha. Ina, Baltic Amber, nice. Beautiful. Okay, Rhonda says the symbol was a Native American flute. The message was that we are stronger together. Absolutely. And that was one of the messages that I received from them when I was awakened in the early morning. that we are stronger together and that we need to continue to be together and to support one another and to invite other people to be a part of the collective healing that we want to create in the world and the change that we want to see in the world. That's beautiful. Okay. Yeah, the ancestors have so much wisdom to share with us when we just stop and listen and spend time. Laura says, love and kindness came through for me. The world needs more of this. My gift was a ball of light, which I am to share to those who are suffering. Beautiful, beautiful. Keep your ball of light. So let me tell you a little bit about what you can do with the information that you received. So you may or may not have an altar. If you do have an altar, these are things that you can place on your altar. These are a sign of a connection with your ancestors and also a sign that you are wanting to help others to heal, as well as any healing that needs to be done for yourself. It's a reminder that you embody joy and you want others to experience that as well. Take that item, whether it's something that you create or you draw a picture of or you take a picture of or you just write it down, anything that you even wrote here in the chat, you can actually just write that out and take it and place it on your altar. Now, for those that don't have an altar, I'm gonna jokingly say, why not? But I know that for some people that's kind of new, or maybe some people don't feel comfortable having an altar. You don't necessarily have to have an altar that takes up an entire room of your house or an entire table. An altar can simply be a glass of water and some type of an offering to the ancestors. It can be a candle with flowers and a glass of water or a glass of tea or coffee or whatever it is that, whatever beverage, and it can be an adult beverage too, if that's what you prefer. And if you know your ancestors enjoyed, as I share with people, my father liked brandy and he liked to mix it with milk. Ugh. But anyway, that was his thing. So occasionally I'll put a little brandy and milk on my altar for, for an hour or so. Um, and then I pour it out. And I keep a little bottle of brandy on my altar as an offering to the ancestors. You can create whatever you want, flowers, art, a book, whatever it is that you want to place on your altar, you can. And you can create a very large altar or you can create a small altar. I have altars that, like behind me, the altar is honoring the grandmothers in my lineage. I have one that is specifically just for my father. I have one that is for a number of ancestors, grandfathers and cousins and uncles and that kind of thing. And then I have another one in my home. Those are the ones in my office. In my home, I have a small one that is dedicated to my aunt who passed away last year. So these are small things that you can do, small altars. They don't have to be big, that you can create and then put what you experienced today on the altar as a sign to the ancestors that you are wanting to connect with them, that you're wanting to bring their love and kindness into your life. Now, the ancestors that we connected with today, the wisdom keepers, are the positive, loving, and kind ancestors. Positive, loving, and kind ancestors. We didn't connect with those that are still needing healing. Now, what we did do is we sent the light out, which does help with their healing and our healing to heal any of the stories that have been passed to us that need to be released. But today was really focused on connecting with those ancestors that are already healthy, heal, and whole, that can help make some changes that we would love to see in the entire planet. And that was the purpose. So what you can do, like I said, is you can create a small altar or add it to an altar that you already have. And in a moment, I'll open up for questions if you have any questions about creating an altar. So great. Thank you for sharing what you experienced. Beautiful. So this whisper that we get, it can become the next direction that we need to take. It can become the next season. it can become the next step that you need to take to do something for yourself or for someone else. And just remember, the ancestors rarely shout. Sometimes people say, well, I don't hear them. I don't hear them. Not everybody hears the ancestors. Some people feel the ancestors. Some people get visions. Some people basically see them in formation. Some people get messages through their dreams. Some people just get stories. So don't wait for that booming voice. Just know that those messages can begin to come through. And so just listen and notice and live with what you heard. Just take it in. And if you're unsure, let's say you're connecting with your ancestors and you're unsure if it's your ancestors or if it's something else that's coming through, then what I would say is put it on the altar, that altar that we talked about. Or if you don't have the altar, then make a quick altar. Glass of tea, a candle, maybe a little offering of some type of a bite of food while you're sitting at the table, and just write out what you received, what message you felt coming through. Write that out, put it with it, let it sit there for the day. Now, you can't blow the candle out, we don't want to have any dangers there, but let it sit there for the day, and then go back and revisit it later on and see what messages come up for you. That will help you with your connection with the ancestors. And I have something else that will help. So some of you may already have it. You're on my list, so you may already have it. But I have a guide, Discover Your Ancestral Wisdom Keepers. And it is available for anybody who is interested in it. It's free download. If you felt really called by your ancestors tonight, if you sense their presence and you really want to take it deeper, then you can download Discover Your Wisdom Keepers, reconnect to your source of clarity, confidence, and inner guidance. And this free guide will help you identify the members of your wisdom council. Now, we have ancestors in our wisdom council, we have spirit guides, we have angels and other divine allies that are a part of this council that helps guide us and support us. And we can connect with each one of them to support us during our lives. And if you want to begin to know which of the wisdom keepers holds the medicine in your lineage and which one is showing up right now, then go through the guide. I talk about the top 3, the most prominent ones. You can go through the guide and you can see which one is, just by reading the description, you'll have an idea of which one is coming through for you. So there's quite a bit of information in there that will help you identify which one is coming through and then how to work with that particular wisdom keeper. So let me pop that in the chat so that you can download it if you don't already have it. There you go. Okay, so I wanted to know if anybody had any questions about building your altar, about the meditation that we did today, about the ancestors in general. And if you have a question, then you can just raise your hand or you can unmute yourself and ask your question. Thank you for the beautiful meditation guides to connect. You're welcome, Rhonda. Thank you for being here. Feel free.
Can I ask a quick question?
I hear somebody, but I don't hear you very loud. Let's see. Who?
It's me, Rhonda, but I don't know.
Hi, Rhonda. Welcome. Yes. What is your question?
It's just around, I guess, guidance on creating an altar, your first altar. I don't know why there's been some resistance and hesitancy in creating an altar, but I would like some information, please.
Yes, yes. I do hear from time to time people feel a little bit of resistance creating the altar. What do you think your resistance is specifically?
It's probably twofold. Just I guess fear that I don't want to call in the wrong type of guidance, and I guess to make sure that it's pure and it's of the highest light. That's been my biggest, I guess, fear and resistance, not knowing if I'm where I need to be to even do that.
Okay,
So,
perfect. That's usually the feeling that people have, and that's why I wanted to be sure before I answer the question. So there's two things that you can do. One is only put photos of ancestors that you either know nothing about, but the photos have been passed down through generations,
okay,
or ancestors that you had a positive connection with. Those ancestors that you feel connected with, those ancestors that made you feel good, that you may have walked this planet with
okay,
at some point. Include those. Those are to start, right?
okay,
That's to start. And that way you know that you are only placing on your altar those ancestors you had a positive relationship with.
okay,
We don't want to initially place photos of ancestors on an altar that we were in conflict with. Now, eventually you can, but initially I encourage you to only connect with those who are positive and heal and whole. So there's ascended ancestors. Those are the ancestors that are healed. Those are the ancestors that are guiding you. Those are the wisdom keepers, the guides, right? The ones that hold the wisdom. And then there's those that are kind of stuck in the astral plane. Those are the ones that still need some healing. Those are the ones that still carry some of the stories that they experienced in their lives, or maybe they're holding on to the stories from multiple generations. Those are the ancestors that need healing.
okay,
And there are some of those, but the majority of our ancestors, right? The majority of them are healthy, heal, and whole. They've already transcended. They've already gone through the healing process, and they are the ones that are guiding us. And one of the other things that you can do when you create your altar is you can stand before the altar and say, to the happy, heal, whole, joyful, kind, loving ancestors, those who are here to provide me with guidance and support, those are the ones that I'm asking to come forward. And
okay,
for those who are not in that space, please stand back. And for the ones who are, please allow yourselves to come forward and step forward. And you can just say that, and that will set an intention that you're only working with the most loving and kind ancestors. And those are the only ones that you're calling in. You don't have to be in a particular place or at a particular time in your life to welcome them in.
okay.
You can just bring them on in just by doing that. So
Thank
create
you.
that altar.
Thank you. That was beautiful.
Oh, you are more than welcome. And the other thing that you can do is I actually have a guide for creating your altar. If
Okay,
you want to just send me a message, just
okay.
send me the message and I can send you the guide.
Thank you.
And that's for anybody. If you would like that guide, let me know and I'll send that over. You are welcome. And so Trisha says, what do you do if you don't have photos of ancestors? Great question. If you know names of ancestors, you can put the names of the ancestors on your altar. If you don't have that information, what we do know is that we have, our parents had two parents and they had two parents and they had two parents. So you can put grandmother, great great grandmother, great 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 grandmother, right? You can put that on the altar. You don't only have to put blood relatives on your altar. You can actually put ancestors of people that you felt connected to. It could be in-laws. It might be someone that you became really close friends with that you want to place on your altar. It can be, and you still may not have the pictures of them, but you can place their names on the altar. It can be someone in history. Let's say you are an artist and there is someone in history that is now an ancestor that was a phenomenal artist that you just feel really connected to. Then you can place their name or you can place a piece of their art or a picture of their art on your altar. If an author, if there's an author that you really, really love and enjoy, and they are now ancestor, you can place that book on your altar. You don't have to have the photos in order for you to create an altar. The photos are just something else that you can add, but it's not necessary to have photos. So I encourage people not to let that stop them from having it, because there are some people who are adopted or some people who were in foster care who don't know their ancestors. They don't know their family members. And for those people, the families that raised you, there, if you feel a connection to those ancestors, then you can place those on your altar as well, because they have an impact on you and can provide you with guidance and support as well. Once again, only the loving and kind ones, the ones that you feel a deep connection with. Great. Okay, good. That helped you. Anybody else have any questions? And it can be a question about altar, but it can also be any kind of question you have about ancestors, ancestral connection, ancestral support. If you have any fears about it, if you have any concerns about it, or if you just have a question, feel free to ask. This is the place. Okay. We don't seem to have any. Okay. Well, I just want to have a little closing and a final blessing. So, what I want you to do is just hold your hands out and imagine these beautiful golden balls of light in your hands. Just hold those lights. And once again, watching them expand. And the ancestors say, may you walk in remembrance. May you always act in alignment with your highest, most purest self. And may the wisdom of the bloodline continue to guide you through every storm, every season, toward healing, peace, and prosperity. This light is forever guiding you, protecting you, and expanding. The circle is never closed, and it always widens. And tonight, you help that expand. So it is, so it is, and so it is. Thank you so much for joining me tonight for this global meditation. We will be meeting again next week, and we'll do something a little bit different next week. Next Wednesday, same time. Feel free to bring a friend if you want to and come and join, and we will connect with the ancestors, and I'll have some more information and more wisdom that they want to share with you about connecting with them and subtle ways that you know if they're connecting with you and how they're connecting with you. So thank you so much for being here tonight. I appreciate you being here, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. Have a good night. Bye for now.